Is Santa racist?
5 years old and going to see Santa Claus. And you know the drill. You stand in line, the little kid goes up and tells Santa Claus what he or she wants for Christmas. And this particular day, this Santa Claus was taking the little white kids and putting them on his knee and holding the little black kids out from him. And my father looked at my mother and he said, Angelina, if he does that to Condoleezza, I'm going to pull all that stuff off of him and show him to be the cracker that he is. Fortunately, I think Santa Claus read my father's body language, and my father was a big man. He was sick.
I started to read it, and the first word that, of course, sticks out is Negro.
Chris Kennedy has lived in this Lakewood home for 3 years. Tuesday afternoon, he received a letter in the mail.
Went and grabbed my phone and basically recorded me reading it.
Please remove your Negro Santa Claus yard decoration. You should not try to deceive children into believing that I am a Negro. I am a Caucasian, parentheses, white man to you. I have been for the past 600 years. Your being jealous of my race is no excuse for your dishonesty. Besides that, you are making yourself the laughingstock of the neighborhood.
The letter, also including a photo of a white Santa with 2 thumbs down.
It was
done my heart good to see his displays for the last 3 years, and especially given who he lives next to. And we just, I hate it that he's that their family's having to go through that. But we're really, we've been praying for him.
One neighbor even left this sign.
Someone came and dropped that off last night. People have dropped off cookies and notes, and I've gotten messages on Facebook.
Kennedy does have a message for the person who left the letter.
If I'm a laughingstock by trying to provide joy to other families, children down the street going to school, by having out a Santa Claus and decorating for Christmas, so be it.
Jay Jackson, THV 11 News.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is.
A Boston University professor claims Jingle Bells is rooted in racism.
Wow. Professor Kina Hamill saying, quote, the racial history of the song has remained hidden behind its local and seasonal affection. Blackface and racist origins have been subtly and systematically removed from its history. Carol Swain.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Are you dreaming of a white Christmas?
Sure.
Where's it got to be white?
Yeah.
You got any friends like that where
No,
they see racism
not
everywhere?
really.
Oh, sure. It's got to be. Well, it's never a native Christmas. Yeah. Oh, I'm dreaming of a black Christmas.
We begin with that breaking news in San Francisco. It's the first Friday night of the holiday season, and it is chaotic. Take a look. People running in all directions. Police officers and security guards also chasing down suspects.
A Minneapolis officer is back on the job after decorating a Christmas tree inside the 4th precinct with racially insensitive items. An arbitrator ruled Mark Bonsack was wrongfully terminated by the Minneapolis Police Department. Reg Chapman talked with community members who say the incident was meant to hurt people on the north side.
A package of menthol cigarettes, a can of malt liquor, and a cup from a fried chicken restaurant decorated a Christmas tree inside Minneapolis Police 4th Precinct.
When this happened, communities were really upset. People were ready to, make some action happen, and they did, right? We put the pressure on, and they did.
Mayor Jacob Fry called for the officers involved to be fired, but then walked back that statement.
We have a process that we are required to go through by law.
Mark Bonsack was placed on leave after the incident for decorating the tree and eventually fired the following fall.
Now, 2 years later, when they think nobody's paying attention, they just welcome these racists back into the institution to come patrol our streets again, and that's just not okay.
State lawmakers passed police reforms after George Floyd was killed, reforms many believe are watered down.
There needs to be much more diversity amongst arbitrators. Most of them are white. They don't have a connection to the African American community or other communities of color, and they are not looking through a racial justice lens when deciding these cases.
The community says it supports Chief Madaria Arredondo and believes his efforts to clean up the department are being undermined by an arbitration system that works for officers and not residents.
Well, I don't know what y'all think about those clips I showed you. I would have been slap happy if I walked in and found a Christmas tree with some smart liquor bull on it and some Funyuns and some cool cigarettes. I know that some people are going to say, that's just plumb awful, plumb awful. It was just a joke. Hell, wasn't nobody hurt from it. Nobody was really hurt from it. And you black people, you need to be more concerned about Chicago and Atlanta and Baltimore and how y'all shooting and killing and stabbing and running over each other. You know, y'all need to start being kind to the Asian folks, you know, to the Chicanos, Mexicans, and us white folks too. Because if you look at what's going on, and you look at the statistics, and numbers don't lie, more blacks are killing whites than whites are killing blacks. And if you look on the news, the story's going to be about blacks stealing and robbing. Hell, look up at San Francisco. Them folks can't even run a business up there. You know, they're just mob rushing, going in there and stealing stuff. And now with this coronavirus, and you get to wear a mask, they got the mask on it, nobody going to identify them. And you know they're not going to tell on each other. Yeah. I've made this video because it's kind of funny. And, you know, I ain't trying to be racist or anything, but it's just humorous. It's humor. That's all it is. But think about the real issues. Oh, let me say this real quick. Santa Claus ain't real, so it don't make a damn if he's black or white. You know, y'all got to get over all this crap. And what are y'all gonna do? What are y'all gonna tell y'all youngins this year? Y'all have already raised them up. I don't know about all y'all now, but most of y'all have probably raised your kids up to believe that Santa Claus is for real. Yep, that's right. Lied to them. And what y'all gonna do this year with all the ships out on the ocean? Can't get the stuff in from China, all the toys. What y'all gonna tell you youngins this year? Huh? Why come Santa Claus ain't gonna bring my G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip? What you mean he ain't gonna bring my Kung Fu grip G.I. Joe? You know? Are you gonna tell him? Oh, well, look here. Santa Claus, I'm gonna break it down to you. There ain't no Santa Claus. And don't start that crap come this spring talking about no Easter Bunny. There ain't no Easter Bunny. And look here. Next time your tooth falls out, you ain't getting no $1 or $5. There ain't no tooth fairy. We've been lying to you all these years. And that's the truth. We'd grow up, we'd raise our youngins lying to them. But what are we going to do? Or what would we tell our youngins if we catch them in a lie? Well, Daddy, Mama, you lied to us all these years. You told us there was a Santa Claus, a tooth fairy, and a damn Easter Bunny. Huh? One lie ain't no better than the other. One ain't no... Just don't lie to your kids. There ain't no damn Santa Claus. No elves. You know, there ain't none of that mess. Well, look here. I didn't mean to step on nobody's toes with these videos. And I got one more I'm going to show you. And, old buddy singing a song. And, it's for the black people. I'm sure y'all can relate to it and appreciate it. And don't get pissed about that now. I'm just playing with you. Look at here. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And, if you like it, hit that like button. Share it with your family and friends. And, hit that subscribe button. I sure would appreciate it. Alright? Alright. Now y'all watch this video. Y'all really gonna like it.
Before Christmas and all over the hood, everybody was sleeping. they was sleeping real good. We hung up our stockings and hoped like the heck that old Santy'd be bringing our check. All of the family was laid in their beds while Thunderbird Wine danced through their heads. I'd passed out on the floor right next to my ma when I heard such a fuss, thought it must be the law. Looked out through the bars that covered my door, expecting the sheriff with a warrant for show. But what I seen made me say, Law, look at that. It was a huge watermelon pulled by giant wharf rats. Now, all over the years, Santa Claus, he be white. But looks like us bros got us a black Santa this night. Faster than a police car, my homeboy, he came, as he pushed on them wharf rats and called them by name. On Leroy, on Roosevelt, on Alonzo, and on Tirius Lee, on Monastrius, on Willie, they was a sight to see. As he landed that watermelon out in the street, I knew it was for show, the damnedest sight I'd ever see. He didn't climb down no chimney, though. He picked a lock on the door. And I said to myself, shit, he done this before. He had this big bag full of presents, I expect, with Air Jordans and fake gold to wear around my neck. But he left no good presents. Just started stealing my shit. Got my drugs, my stolen guns, and my burglar kit. With my stuff in the bag out the window he flew. I'd have catched him, but he stole my knife too. He jumped on that watermelon and whooped out a switch. He was gone in a second. That son of a bitch. Next year, I'll be hoping a white Santa we's get, because a black Santa Claus just ain't worth a shit.